Hello everybody, welcome. Today I'm going to discuss about strings in C. So in order to discuss that, I'm going to take a sample question, problem 131A of the CodeForces. It's basically a easy question. What we have to do is, let's consider that a word has been typed with caps lock key accidentally switched on. Alright, then either it only contains uppercase letters or all letters except the first one are uppercase. So these are the two conditions we need to check. In this case, we should automatically change the case of all letters. So if these two conditions are satisfied, then we have to change the case of all the letters. Now I'm just taking my command prompt, okay, from Windows. You could use Linux also, whatever you prefer. So cd desktop, and I'm taking an editor. For the time being, I'm using Notepad. So start Notepad. Now here in Notepad, hash include. So what hash include does is that it gives us printf and scanf. Okay, I'm gonna be using a comment so that you could know better. Now other than hash include, we need a few more. So hash include again, as other than stdio.h, we need a few more. stdio.h gives you scanf and printf. Now we take string.h. String.h gives you length of the function. Length. Okay. And another one, hash include, it's ctype.h. ctype.h. What ctype.h gives you is upper and lower functions. Okay. Basically for finding whether the it is capital or not, upper or lower, a particular character is capital or not. Now we start with the main function like normal. Int main. Okay, now we need a string. So string is basically a character array. So I am making int a of 100. Okay, that's the array, and I'm gonna input it using scanf percentage s as it's c, comma, and of a. Okay, all right, now we need a few constants. So int b equal to 0 comma, c equal to 0 comma, d equal to 0 comma, l equal to 0. So everything is for a particular purpose, which you will understand as we move on. Now l is equal to strlen. Now that will give you the length of the string which the user has inputted. Now in this string we need to check for caps. Int I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to l, I plus plus. Okay, which now that for loop is for checking for character, each character is capital or not. If is upper of a of I. So if this is true, that is if I goes from 0 to L, so it takes every element. If that each character inside that string is upper, then C is equal to C plus 1. So what C will give you is number of capital letters, and if that number of capital letters is equal to the total length, then we can become sure that the whole of the string is in capitals. If the whole string is in capitals, then we accept B as 1. Else if C equal to L minus 1, that is except 1, the rest are all capitals, and we need to make sure that the one which is not capital is the first one. So is lower of a of 0. Okay, if in this case except the first one, all the rest are capitals. So here we make d equal to 0. All right, so now the checking part is done. These are the only two possible cases. If b equal to 1, then we need to make the whole thing into lower. So for making it lower, we need a for loop again. So for int j equal to 0, j less than or equal to L, j plus plus. Oh, there's a comma missing here. Sorry, semicolon missing here. J plus plus. Now in this case, we need to printf of percentage C, comma. We need to convert it into lower also. So to lower. Before it was is lower. Here we are using to lower. Is lower is a boolean statement, while to lower actually converts a character into a lower form. That is, if it is capital, it will convert it into the normal. If it is in the normal small letter form, there won't be any change. Now, so B is done, else if D equal to 1. Second condition. In this condition, except the first one, we need to change. So we know that the first one is already in capital letters. So just the first one we have to change. Printf of percentage C, comma, to upper of A of 0. So we are just forcefully changing the first one to upper. A of 0 is done. So now we take another for loop for the rest in k is equal to 1. Here k is equal to 1 because already the 0 is done. 0 is done above. Now we take k is equal to 1. Here we have to type printf and we have to make everything lower. Percentage C, comma, to lower of A of k. Hope you guys are following with me. Now else if is done, caps else, that is b is equal to 0, d is equal to 0, that means there was no change. Then we just have to print it as such, the string as such. So percentage s, comma, a, control s. I am saving it in the desktop, so you could just save it in any name. For the time being, I am just taking new as the key name, new.c. I go to my command prompt again. Now GCC is the compiler, new.c minus o. I'm turning it into a exe file, new.exe. Okay, now there are a few errors here which we have to solve for. str length of a, incompatible pointer type. Okay, fine. We will, one second. str length of a. Wait. There should be intel equal to 0. Wait, is upper. So we'll just convert this. Is upper is wrong because there was a comma. C plus equal to 1. Yeah, that's all done. A of I, printf percentage C to lower. Here it's not A of I, it should be A of J. Control S. The compiler will show you automatically all the errors. I have corrected a few. I'll just check it again. Now we know that str of A is a pointer here. So I'll just try typing this. Oh, okay. It's because it's int. It shouldn't be int, right? It should be char. Control S. That's done. Now percentage SA. Now I'll just try it again here. GCC new.c. Okay, there's a semicolon here. Semicolon refers to end of an expression, just in case. Finally, there's no errors. New.exe. Now I'm just typing a capital letter ASK, ask. Then that'll be converted to small ask, as you can see here. Now another variable, let's say small a, capital S and K. Then it'll be capital A, S and K. These are the two conditions we required. So that's it overall, and this is it. We all you have to remember is these maiden functions. Instead of using these built-in functions, you could use ASCII codes also, and you could solve the same problem using ASCII codes. When you use ASCII codes, the difference will be around 32. So just convert the character into an integer value. You could use something like, I'll show you here below. If you type int of a of I, see this one, if you store it in n, here n is equal to int of a of I. This is an explicit conversion, and this will convert the a of I as a character into inside the n. So here now we have to do n is equal to n plus 32. Now n will have the value of the capital ASCII value. Now this n we have to convert back into character. That's it. Overall, it's easy. So thank you for listening, people. Thanks a lot.